Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Sports Today. My name is Shane Dias, and today we are joined by a very, very special guest. In fact, he's one half of the men's doubles Wimbledon 2022 champions. I'm joined, of course, by Matthew Ebden. Matthew, thanks so much for joining us. How are you doing?
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm on cloud nine, as you can probably imagine. It's been a crazy few weeks, but yeah, it's a bit all a blur. But yeah, just amazing feelings, crazy experiences, and yeah, incredible to be part of the Wimbledon champions history. So it's yeah, it couldn't be better right now.
Yeah, and obviously, you're also joining me not only as the Wimbledon 2022 champion, but you will be, in fact, you're the marquee player and a spokesperson, in fact, for the returning Tennis Premier League. So obviously, you've been to India many, many times before this. So, how excited are you to be coming back, especially for some new venture like this?
Exactly, hugely. It's been something that's been, I suppose, on my heart or on my mind for a long time, to be connected with India, the Indian people, Indian tennis. Yeah, I came to India the first time for the Commonwealth Games. I got a medal in Delhi. I've been for other tournaments in India. Just a couple of years ago, I partnered with your great player Leander Paes in doubles in Pune, in Bangalore, and we played doubles and tournaments together there. So yeah, I've just always had a strong connection with the Indian players and the people. I don't know, ever since I first came on tour, I've always found the Indian players so friendly. And I guess I was born in South Africa, so then I moved to Australia. I'm now Australian. I feel South Africa, Australia, India, we have so much in common. We're all outdoor countries. We love our sport. We love our cricket. We love our tennis. We love competing. We love, having fun with it as well. But, obviously trying to be the best, trying to win. But I think we're really friendly people, warm and welcoming. And I've always felt that with the Indian people. And yeah, naturally, my connection with Indian friends and tennis players has grown and grown and grown. And so when the opportunity came to come to India again and be part of the Tennis Premier League and be part of the future of that and help to really grow that and help to grow Indian tennis, it's something I couldn't be more excited about, really.
Yeah, so you did mention that obviously, you've come here 2010, you came to Delhi, then you've come to Pune, Bangalore. I mean, outside of just the obvious sporting aspects of it itself, are there any particular memories you have of the country, of, interactions with the people or stuff like that, outside of the sport?
Yeah, just probably first from first starting at the various lowest levels of tennis, probably juniors, futures, challengers. I just always, every memory I have of meeting an Indian tennis player, they were always smiling, always friendly, always welcoming. And I like to think of myself like that. I'm a South African born Australian. I like to think I'm a friendly kind of guy. Sure, we compete incredibly hard. We want to win. We do everything to win. But off the court or even on the court, we are good, hopefully good sports, but we're friendly. We enjoy what we're doing. We love playing sport. We love meeting people. We love being friendly. We love competing. So for me, those are the things that really stand out. And then, of course, the connection's grown, playing tournaments in India, becoming really good friends with Leander and playing doubles with him, sharing amazing moments with his final tour and meeting and getting to know all the people through Leander. That was great. And again, just have from that, I've even got more Indian friends off the court too. People I met through Leander, people in the Indian Tennis Federation. And just, yeah, it's gone from strength to strength. And particularly another thing, just what I love about India and the Indian, I suppose, people and culture, I find just have such a can-do attitude. I find a lot of places we go around the world, even in Australia quite often, many times you're trying to get things done or you want things done a certain way. And there's always a problem, sometimes, oh, well, that's not how we do things, or no, sorry, that's too hard. There's too many rules or regulations or this or that. But India, like some other countries out there, I've just find have that really attitude of, okay, this is what we want to do. This is what this person needs or wants to do. Let's find a way. We can do it. Let's work out how. So it's more being really optimistic and looking at things like, how can we do it? What can we do? Rather than looking at the problem. So I found that really, really energizing, that real positive sort of vibe and energy from the Indian people and from India as a whole.
And you were also mentioning that, you were partnering with Leander in 2020, obviously before, the COVID pandemic hit, lockdowns hit everywhere. You were part of him for his final tour. Was there anything necessary that you picked up from him, either professionally, personally, anything interesting?
Definitely, both professionally and personally. I said before, I've never met anyone like Leander on the tennis court or even off. But firstly, on the tennis court, yeah, he's won Wimbledon too. He's been supporting me, sending me messages, and Yeah, I don't know. We naturally had some connection over all the years on tour. We got to know each other better and better. We played against each other or practiced, or even sometimes, he asked me, oh, did you want to play together here? And I couldn't, or I wasn't playing doubles there, or I already had a partner, or I asked him and he already had a partner some events. And it got to sort of near the end of his career. And I thought, gee, I don't want to miss out on ever playing with him. So the opportunity came to partner with him in India, and I jumped at it. And I actually asked him, I said, hey, mate, are you playing these events? Do you want to play? And yeah, I learned a lot from him. His competitiveness, his sort of guile and mysterious way of thinking through opponents and matches tactically is like nothing I ever came across. The ways and angles he thinks of things on the court, and then the way, if things are tough or not working like that, just the way he competes. And he's a fierce competitor, and he smells blood. He can see it. He goes after it, and he really just pushes across the line. Even if there's a brick wall in the way, he'll find a way through it. So learned that from him. Off the court, also I think we share similar traits. We're competitors, we're friendly, we're friendly, warm people, but on the court, and we will do anything to win. We're fierce competitors, we're lion hearts, he likes to say, and that's something that's been said of me too. I love that lion heart expression. So off the court, we're warm, we're friendly and everything, but in battle, we're fierce and we're ruthless. So we really connected on so many levels, and we're still great friends. And to come and join him in India, he's hopefully going to play, but he's also team owner. But I can't wait to spend more time with him. But for this Tennis Premier League, it's going to be exciting. I'm one of the international players coming in to join all the other Indian players who also over the course of my career become friends with, I'm going to say, basically every Indian player there is. I know really well and have had good interactions with from the start.
Yeah, obviously you were mentioning that, you're a bit of a lion-hearted competitor in that regard. It took you a while, but you finally managed to get that Wimbledon breakthrough this year. Obviously, winning in the All England tennis courts, it's a different feeling altogether. Yet, obviously, this time around, there was a little bit of an asterisk involved because, there were no ranking points involved. Do you think that took away anything from the victories, whether it be for you or anyone else, or is winning Wimbledon still in itself a specialty?
Yeah, I suppose that question was there at the start or in the month before Wimbledon, but I can honestly say no, not at all, not one bit. I think you just only have to look at the tennis, the way people competed and went after it. It was as competitive and as much everything on the line as ever before. You saw epic 5-setters. Our run to the title was the toughest run score-wise and time-wise ever in the history of Wimbledon. So 100% not even 1%. It's still full prize money. I think if there was not full prize money, you might have seen a weaker draw or different sort of efforts maybe, but full prize money. So you're playing for millions of dollars, you're playing Wimbledon, you're playing for honor boards, you're playing, for global audiences, hundreds of millions of people all around the world. Wimbledon is an iconic institution. It's more than a tennis tournament. And every single person I saw and spoke to was no different, and that was very evident in the efforts and the success and outcomes of the tournament. Novak fought tooth and hammer to win the title. We had 5 out of 6 5-set matches. Mixed doubles was competed the same, women's similar. The global audiences, everything was like that. And even though they didn't attribute all the ranking points to the events, the ATP still are recognizing the champions as automatic entry into the ATP World Tour Finals. So there's still definitely recognition of that. The ATP was still very much present. All our ATP Tour managers were still on site as per normal, running everything, running the schedules. We still had all our ATP Tour physios. So it was very much still a sanctioned event. But yeah, obviously, unfortunately, they didn't count the computer rankings. A bit silly, but that was a bit of a political decision, it seems. But yeah, nearly all the players didn't want that decision, but the ATP made it anyway. So it was unfortunate, but that's how it went.
So our last question, just to ask you, you're going to be part of the Tennis Premier League this time around, exhibition tournament, something new and interesting in the world of tennis. Now, obviously, the sport as such is very structured and has been structured in a certain way for pretty much as long as it's existed. You've had the Grand Slams, you've had then the lower tier ATP 250s, 500s, Masters, everything in between. Do you think actually in some places where maybe tennis you find you might need to popularize it or grow it to the grassroots, that a tournament like this might actually help in terms of catching the audience or catching a casual audience, someone who might not watch an ATP 250 or 500 or even a Grand Slam, but might just get taken up because, this is a whole new different format?
Absolutely. You hit the nail on the head, and that is not just my thought. That's been proven. The science and the data and the evidence is out there that 100%. So we're seeing now tennis evolve a little bit into shorter, sharper formats, as well as the longer Grand Slams and whatnot, to provide those short bursts of entertainment. So things like the Lever Cup, it's had incredible success. It's sold out every year. It's the most successful event on the tour. It's played in a short format, 2 sets, super tie break. Each player plays a singles, doubles. It's all over in 3 hours sort of thing. It's all indoor and lights, stadiums. So similar to World Team Tennis in the USA is also short format. It's 1 set, men's, women's, doubles, mixed doubles. So yeah, they're definitely onto the right concept here, this Tennis Premier League. And I think it's also about capturing the young audience. Everyone these days, they want entertainment to be short and sharp and grab their attention and entertain them. And they want to spend a few hours, but they don't want to spend maybe 10 hours waiting around to watch, you know what I mean? So they're hitting the nail on the head. It's a short, sharp format. It's going to be exciting. It's fun. It's engaging with fans, really important. You're going to have a lot of Indian players. You're going to have international players. You're going to have media, TV, all sorts of everything happening. And I think it's at a really exciting stage. They've had a few years of building. They got all the foundations in place. Now this season 4 of Tennis Premier League, I think it's going to be a bang. It's going to go up with a bang and continue from strength to strength from here. And it's no secret that we want to grow this league into something huge, and that's also why I've come on board, not just to come and play once, but to be sort of an ambassador and bring the world into India and bring India to the world in my platforms and my Instagrams, in my global following and followers in Australia, in around Europe, around the USA, places where I've had impact, and bring as much as I can of that experience into India for the help of the event, but also take all the great stuff that's happening in India and show it to even more audiences around the world. So I hope I'm going to play a small but really important part in that, and I'm really excited to come back to India.
And lastly, obviously, as I said, this is something of a novelty in terms of the format, in terms of the way it's being done. How exactly do you think, like in your opinion, is it something that you would popularize more, not just in India, but also make it, say, something akin to a Lever Cup or, the American tennis, the US Tennis League and stuff like that? How do you think you would actually end up growing from that? Is there potential?
Definitely, 100%. Again, all the sort of case studies they've done the last few years have showed a lot of evidence towards this, that we need to attract the younger audiences, the ones who want short, sharp bursts of entertainment. They want to see music. They want fan engagement. They want excitement. They want action. They want, they want to see it all happening. And that's also what the TV audiences want. They want big entertaining products. They want it all happening. They want the action. They want the lights. So this concept or sort of model, it's been proven, it's been tried and tested. So it makes sense that Tennis Premier League in India would go this way and come out like this. I think, you're probably going to see more events come up like this. Also, on the flip side, not everyone can go and get a Grand Slam. Even if they've got, say, $100 million and they want to run their own Grand Slam, they can't, right? It's protected. It's a protected model where there are only 4 and there will only ever be 4. Even similar with the ATP Tour events, there is a limit of only, let's say, 60 per year, and they all have licenses. So it's very hard to get or come into under that structure. Whereas new events like the Lever Cup, like Tennis Premier League, like World Team Tennis can exist and come with, backers, with sponsors, with teams, with fans from anywhere really in the world, and grow and bring sport to the people. And, we all know the power of sport and what it can do for individuals, for people, for companies, for fun, for entertainment, for audiences, for companies, popularity, for even for cities, for countries, for the whole morale and demeanor. Everyone loves, most people out there love sport and then come together for sport, and it does great things to bring people together and countries together, and hopefully it's for the benefit of all.
Right. And obviously, I wish you all the best for when you are coming to India later this year. And I hope that, the tennis action that we get to see will also be fun. On behalf of our audience and on behalf of everyone, thank you all so much for joining us. Don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, leave us a comment, subscribe, tap the bell, follow us across platforms. Thank you so much, Matthew, for joining us for this interview.